When Mudashiru Obasa, the former speaker, yes, I said the former speaker because he has been replaced, sadly, he has been replaced by a woman named Miranda. Miranda last month, Mojisola is now the new speaker in Lagos State. When Mudashiru Obasa slept on the night of 12th January 2025, he did not know that he would wake up the next day, which is 13th January 2025, as just an ordinary floor member, not just a floor member, a subdued floor member. Mudashiru Obasa has been subdued. His wings have been clipped. His wings have been clipped. He has been subdued. If I were in his shoes, I would just farabale. I would just calm down and spend maybe a week or 2 weeks more before I come and face, the old buhaha in Lagos. Apparently, I think he was in Atlanta, Georgia, to spend the Christmas holiday. He has a property, by the way, in Atlanta, Georgia. We are going to be talking about, the property's worth, when he got the property, a little bit backstory about, why, in fact, he was impeached. Let me just mention that. If he was impeached, because of just purely malfeasance, or just malpractices or corruption, embezzlement, I would have been happy. But these speakers, pardon me, these House of Assembly members, they have ulterior motive. It's not like they just heard that, this man has been embezzling Lagos State money. It's not like they were just being informed. Nah, they knew about it long before. And let me tell you why they had to impeach him this time around, or why, it seemed to them like his list of offenses has gotten high. This man, took out about 45 billion naira from the purse of Lagos State, saying that he wants to replace the vehicles of these lawmakers. And at the end of the day, in the books, in the record, it was said that 1.1 billion naira will go to each lawmaker. And at the end of the day, this lawmaker did not say shishi. They did not say shingbang. In fact, it was People's Gazette who published that story back early last year, and apparently these lawmakers were angered by that, because how will you take about 40-something billion naira out of the coffers of Lagos State and we did not get our share? Oh, my Lord. Before we delve right into the details of today's news, like I said, we are going to be discussing about the property, the real reason why this man was impeached, and some of the offenses that, this lawmaker said he committed, and, some of the corrupt practices that he was involved in while in office. Before we delve right into the details of today's news, if this is your first time here, you have not subscribed to this channel, what are you doing? Did I offend you? Please go ahead and subscribe. Like this video, also leave your opinions in the comments section below as well. Mind you, we're on Instagram, Facebook, TikTok, and YouTube. Please subscribe to us on all of these social media platforms as well. Without further ado, let's delve right into the details of today's news. The property in Gwinnett County was acquired on May 23, 2019, during Mr. Obasa's first term as Speaker. It is now valued at $654,602. Mudashiru Obasa and U.S. Mansion. Mudashiru Obasa, as you can see, I have a picture of a mansion on the thumbnail already. Mudashiru Obasa was impeached on January 12, Monday afternoon, in what lawmakers said was an inevitable decision to scrimp the efficiency and integrity of the Lagos State House of Assembly. The roll call said 32 out of 40 members voted to sack Mr. Obasa, following a motion raised by Femi Said Kushofe II and seconded by Aro Moshood Abiodun Ikorodu 2. Mojisola Lasbat Merenda Apapa 1 was subsequently voted in as Lagos House Speaker, the first woman to attain the position. The lawmakers raised allegations ranging from corruption to abuse of office and intimidation But the main prong of their complaint, which created a perfect storm that ended Mr. Obasa's nearly 10-year reign as Speaker, was a People Gazette story on January 10 about how he drew 43.5 billion naira from for backup vehicles for lawmakers. Even though the breakdown showed 1.1 billion should go to each lawmaker in the 40-member House, some of them said they did not receive such benefits and promptly moved the fraud up on the list of their squabbles against the ousted leader. The Gazette exposed similar corruption activities by Mr. Obasa in 2020. The EFCC invited him for questioning but did not file charges at the time. After his removal, anti-graft sources told our reporters their investigation would resume in earnest. Abiodun Tobo Ekpe1 said the decision to remove Mr. Obasa was inevitable, noting the lawmakers took a near unanimous position to preserve the integrity of our House of Assembly and Lagos State. Mr. Obasa has resisted claims of wrongdoing made against him by his colleagues and other entities and insisted his wealth was legitimately earned. When he was removed on Monday afternoon, after the Gazette story circulated among members, it was barely 6 a.m. in Atlanta, Georgia. According to people familiar with his activities, Mr. Obasa was relaxing in his family home after attending a conference of lawyers. Mr. Obasa purchased the residence in nearby Lawrenceville, Georgia, in May 2019 for $424,742 per property record seen by the Gazette. The property along Matt Springs Drive sits on 505 square feet of land. Initially purchased as a single-family home with 4 bathrooms and 4 bedrooms, the Obasas upgraded it to 7 bedrooms and 5 baths, and it is now valued at $654,602, record says. The Gazette has withheld the resident-specific block number in deference to Mr. Obasa's family privacy. Mr. Obasa paid $40,000 in taxes on the property in 2024. That amount alone was at least 5 times Mr. Obasa's annual statutory earnings as Lagos Speaker. The suburban Atlanta property in Gwinnett County was acquired on May 23, 2019, during Mr. Obasa's first term as Speaker. Its deed was completed in August 2019, weeks after he was sworn in for a second term. He was 1.5 years into his third speakership tenure when he was ousted on Monday. No one who is a public figure in Nigeria makes the kind of money that Mudashiru Obasa spends on assets in the US, much less in Nigeria and other parts of the world. Anti-corruption campaigner Eric Okonkwo said, "It's just him showing the world how far he can take public grafts." Mr. Obasa was not elected to a House leadership role following his impeachment, which now makes him a Speaker Emeritus and floor member. It was unclear whether or not he would return from the US trip to resume his legislative activities as an ordinary member for the first time since 2015. His chief spokesman did not return the call from the Gazette seeking comments on Monday night. You all, let's have your thoughts and opinions in the comment section. This just goes to show that for an individual, to have stayed that long in office is just not right. That is why, for even 8 years service too long for a governor, to rule a state. It's too long. The only advantage there is that, if he has a project already in the works, he can be able to complete it. Apart from that, it gives them a lot of time and a lot of room to steal. There is overconfidence and pride that comes on them when they have spent so long in a particular position, which was what happened to Obasa. He has been the speaker in Lagos State for so long. He has been the speaker for so long that he feels like he's up and above anybody, even the governor. That is why he could be rude to the governor and think that nobody will raise eyebrow, and he would just, nothing would be done about it. Before we go, my people, let's just take a look at a few reactions we got online. Musty Success says, the only mistake Mr. Obasa made is to show interest to run for governorship in Lagos. That's the game they are playing now. If not, they know what has been going on. I cannot even argue with this sentiment because it could be true. And there are pointers, to this angle that it might be true. Because this is not be yesterday. Not be yesterday, these people know that Obasa has been embezzling money. They knew. This time around, just that, he embezzled the money and he did not include them. How can you take out 43 or 42 billion naira? Ordinarily, 1.1 billion should be given to each lawmaker. This is a replacement for an official vehicle that they already have. It's not like they do not already have an official vehicle. They all have an official vehicle. He just wrote that he wanted to replace their vehicle. And at the end of the day, he did not even give them shingbai. They did not even see anything, which is why these lawmakers are pained. It's not like they felt he has been involved in misappropriation, and he has misused the office, is involved in corruption, and they want to impeach him. No. That is not it. And that is the saddest thing about all of this, because he was impeached because they did not get their own slice of a cake. Let me have your thoughts, you all. Thank you very much for always watching and listening. I'll see you all in my next video. Bye for now.